Hello and what's up, guys? You're welcome back once again to our YouTube channel. Here in this video, I want to be telling you guys some of the reasons why rabbits eat their babies. So most times your rabbit is going to give birth and you will notice that some of the babies have cut legs, or some of the babies have wound in their neck, or maybe you just notice one of the babies is missing. It might be as a result that the rabbit ate it. So some people would think it is rat that actually ate these babies, but most times it is the rabbit that ate these babies. So in this video, I want to be telling you guys why rabbits eat their babies and how to avoid your rabbit from eating their own babies. If this is what you want to see, then stay tuned to the end of the video so you don't miss any part of this kind of educational topic. So your rabbit don't tend to eat their babies, and you know, if they eat their babies, they're going to die. So it's going to reduce your capital. That's what we are all about. Most people going into rabbit farming are going into it for the business aspect. So we are trying to maximize profits so you don't lose a lot of rabbits. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the main video. And as you guys know, I like holding rabbits. So today, let me bring out one rabbit and hold it so that we can dive into the main video. Okay, so without wasting much time, let me dive into the main purpose of this particular video: why rabbits eat their babies. So some of the few reasons why rabbits eat their babies are because of territorial behaviors. Rabbits are very territorial. They like to dominate, they like to own the cage, they like to be the ones on top. That's why most times, if you notice, if you put two male rabbits in one cage, they will always be fighting in the cage and all of those kind of things. And also, if you put two female rabbits in one cage, they will also be fighting in that particular cage. And you guys know, doing that, either one is going to be injured or one is going to be killed. But that's not what we are talking about. Territorial behavior, this is what rabbits like to do. They like to be the ones dominating the territory. So most of these females think that if they give birth, their kids will come and be struggling their cages and also struggling their food. So most times, especially the bad females, when they give birth, they do eat their kids to eliminate them so that they don't even come at all. Yes, this is what most of the females do, to eliminate most of their kids so that they don't come at all. So another reason as to why rabbits eat their baby is because of stillborns. Stillborns, when I say stillborns, I mean basically dead kids. Rabbits giving birth to dead kids. So most times when rabbits give birth, definitely they give birth to dead kids most of the times. So if the rabbits give birth to dead kids, most times they try to eliminate these dead kids from the cage. Like they try to remove them from the cage using their mouths. So when they want to eliminate these dead kids from the cage, they tend to also injure the ones alive, or by mistakenly eat the ones alive by trying to use their teeth to remove these dead ones. Yes, they try to injure these ones alive because maybe they don't really know. You know, the dead ones are always cold, so they just follow the cold ones, and you know, if they are trying to carry it around, the rabbit might be moving and something, so they might go and eat the one that is actually alive. So how you can actually avoid this particular one is very easy. When your rabbits give birth, check the nesting box. If there is any dead kids, use your own hand, take it out so that you actually avoid this particular one, because this one is just something very easy, but it can cost you your rabbit. It can cost you your rabbit, trust me. So the third reason as to why most rabbits eat their babies is during the eating of the placenta. When the rabbit is eating the placenta, just as I said earlier, when the rabbit is eating the placenta, it tends to might injure those ones that are alive. It might injure those ones that are alive when it is eating the placenta. You know, the placenta almost looks like the rabbit though. The placenta is almost the same size of the rabbit when they are just newly given birth to. So the rabbit might be confused and tend to want to eat the placenta and go and injure those ones. And you know, when those little ones are injured, most times there's really nothing you can do because they might lose blood and they might end up dying. So what you can actually do in this particular state is just watch your rabbit, be around. Maybe if there's someone that have time, be around when the rabbit is eating the placenta and make sure all the rabbits are safe before it actually goes out of the nesting box. But this particular one happens rarely, so you might not really bother about it though. But I just need you guys to know so that you be aware of what is actually happening. So another reason as to why rabbits eat their babies is during fostering. When I say fostering, I mean taking this particular baby of one mother to another different mother entirely. Like a mother rabbit that gave birth to like 10 kids, you take the kids and give it to the mother rabbit that gave birth to like 5 kids. So what is fostering? Fostering is basically like adopting this particular baby rabbit to this particular one. So why do farmers do this particular fostering? Let's take for instance, one female rabbit gave birth to like 10 babies and another female rabbit gave birth to like 5 babies. You know, that one that gave birth to like 10 babies, there is a very high possibility that she might not be able to take care of all of them because there are plenty. So what most farmers do is they take like 2 babies from there and put it in this particular one that gave birth to 5. So this particular thing actually causes a lot of issues because rabbits actually know the smell of their babies. If you take those babies and give it to this one that gave birth to 5, she might eat those ones that are not her own. I'm telling you, I've actually experienced this. She might eat those ones that are not her own and you might actually lose your rabbits. So fostering should not be done after 74 hours. That's basically 3 days. So after 3 days, if they have 3 days apart, like this one gave birth today and another one gave birth 3 days later, you should not try to foster the kids. You should not try to adopt any kids to any particular one. Fostering should be done within 74 hours. If it is within 74 hours, then you can foster. So I'm going to be giving you a little tip and trick you can use to foster your rabbit babies. So if your rabbits have a lot of babies and you want to foster her kids, there are some things you can actually do. This one that has little amount of babies, like that 5 babies we're using for example, take a little bit of her hair, put it in a particular sack, then you can put that rabbit there, those 2 baby rabbits you want to foster to her there, and leave them for some time so that those babies are going to start smelling like her. You will take her own hair and put it in that sack too, so that those babies are going to start smelling like her. Then you can now take them to her. Or another method you can actually do is take her hair, put it inside a nesting box so that those babies can start smelling like her. So this particular idea is very, very important. Don't ignore it. It's very, very important. You might think it's just maybe mere fallacies, but it's something I've tried out and I've noticed it actually worked. So you can also do it if you want to foster your rabbit babies, because there's a very high possibility that if you have rabbits, they might always be giving birth to those kind of high numbers. So you don't want to lose any rabbits. That's why I advise farmers, if you want to go into farming, try to have about 2 females so that you cross 2 at the same time, so that if they give birth, this kind of things happen. Maybe you lose any of the mother, you can take the kids and give to this one so that you don't lose everything. Because if you just cross one mother rabbit that is pregnant and it gives birth and anything happens to her within 1 month that the kids have not started eating well, those kids are also bound to also die too, because if the mother dies, they cannot breastfeed. So you need to cross 2 mother rabbits at the same time so that you can have a very good result, as I earlier said. So another thing also that makes rabbits to eat their babies is congesting rabbits in one cage. A lot of people put maybe 2 female rabbits in one cage, and that is actually a very, very bad idea, putting 2 female rabbits in one cage. What this can actually cause you is, if imagine one of those female rabbits give birth in that cage and maybe give birth inside the nesting box, the other one that did not give birth might go inside that nesting box and eat those babies because they want to dominate. They don't want new upgrown rabbits to come into the cage. They want to dominate the cage and be the ones on top and all of those kind of things. And even aside that, these 2 mother rabbits or 2 mature rabbits, which are females, are going to be fighting if they did not grow the right from day one. But if they grew together right from day one, then they might not be fighting. But if you just took them in together when they were mature, then definitely they are going to be fighting also. So at the end of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can actually avoid these things. So stay to the end so that you can actually learn these particular things I want to say. So another thing I want to be talking about why rabbits eat their babies is poor feeding. So a lot of rabbit farmers don't feed their rabbits very well. A lot of rabbit farmers don't feed their rabbits very well. Like maybe their feed has lack of protein and all. So the mother rabbits might eat her babies seeking for protein. You guys know how most of these animals do. They look after themselves first before thinking about the rest. So if you want to feed your rabbit, feed them very, very well, the right amount of feed they should eat, and also let it contain the right amount of protein. The right amount of protein in your rabbit feed can go a very long way for the female rabbit, so that she can stay safe and breastfeed her rabbit. Also, it's going to help her get a lot of breast milk for her rabbit, so she's not going to be thinking of eating them or abandoning them, not breastfeeding them, and all of those kind of things. You need to feed them the right amount, because if they are hungry, they might even cannibalize on those babies. But rabbits are not rabbit does not cannibalize. Rabbit do not eat fellow, like a rabbit do not eat a fellow rabbit, so they are not cannibals. So don't think about that. So how can you avoid all these particular things I've just said in this video? How can you avoid them? There are some ways you can avoid these particular things I've mentioned in this video. The number one way to avoid them is avoid breeding rabbits. Avoid crossing the rabbits below the age of 5 months. A lot of rabbit farmers do say you should cross rabbits 4 months is ideal. Yes, 4 months is ideal, but for me, I think 4 months is too young to cross a rabbit. A female rabbit will get to maturity at 4 months, but she might not get to maturity mentally to take care of those babies at 4 months. So if she gives birth at that 4 months, there's a lot of things she might likely do, which is either abandoning those babies, not breastfeeding them, or she might eat those babies. Maybe because she's not really aware of what to do. How some of them won't even remove their hair except for the babies. So avoid breeding rabbits that are too young. This might cause you issues. Another way to actually avoid these rabbits eating their babies is to keep your rabbits calm at all times. Make sure predators don't come around their cage. Like they don't have dogs coming around their cage or cats coming around their cage, because this can actually make your rabbit to be scared and they won't be relaxed. This can make them to be scared and they might eat their rabbits thinking they are saving them, but in actual sense they are killing these rabbits. So make sure predators like dogs don't back around your cage and cats don't come around to scare them, because they might want to be saving their babies and they'll tend to want to eat them thinking they are saving them. And also the rabbits, that wouldn't be a good environment for the rabbit too. Yes. So another way to actually avoid these rabbits eating their babies is to improve the protein content in your rabbit's feed. Improve the protein content. Give your rabbit mostly like alfalfa hay that can help it with a lot of protein. And also make sure the feed you are giving them contains up to 18% crude protein. That can actually help the rabbit in a very good way. Another thing is wash your rabbit after she gives birth. When your rabbits give birth, wash her cage. Put your hand inside her nesting box. Check for dead babies. Take out the dead babies. Check for those that are alive. Make sure all of them are in good state. If there is anyone deformed that is not looking healthy, take that one out, because the rabbit might try to want to eliminate that one from her cage. Yes, try to do all these things I've just said in this particular video. I hope you learned something from this particular video. If you learned something, please like this video, turn on the notification bell, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. If this is the first time you are seeing our channel is all about rabbit farming and other livestock farming. So we are coming with a lot of updates. If you are someone interested in animal farming as a whole, you need to subscribe to this channel and join the family. So thanks for watching, guys. Do have a nice day. Until next time, as I always say, peace out.